welcome back for a new video. Today I am going to release this 20 stacker, and it has a around 3.5 clock, which is really fast. So it's calling it a 20 stacker tunnel. But let's just press this button here. Let's just make sure we have enough sand and TNT, and then we should be ready to fire it up. And as you see, there's slaps down there. So that's just around 3.5 seconds. You might want to add a little bit more timing if it's on a server. It's really up to you. And it is. I tried to make it so you don't have to use a lot of TNT. So this is a very, as you see, the scatter is not quite big here, but that's something you can add to it yourself if you want to do that. I don't want to put a big stacker on it or scatter on it, because that is just a waste of TNT in my eyes. But here's the 20 stacker, 3.5 second, or just around 3.5. On my server I can do 3.5. I don't know about your servers. And someone says you can't get under 4 seconds because of the boosters, and that is half right, half not right. Because you see right now this is at least 3.5 seconds. If I take my phone out and do it on my iPhone, and I look at the cannon, and I start it as soon as it fires out, and I start as soon as it starts firing out again, it is 3.5 or 3.6 seconds, and it is very fast. And you can see I don't really use boosters. The only boost I use is in the power, which is going on almost instantly after each other. So it lands, it boosts out, and as soon as it stops, it is once again. So when the booster takes off, there's already TNT falling down. That's why it is so fucking fast. And the hammer down has only one side, or the piston here only have one side. And you see I'm almost out of sand again, and it just goes 2 walls. But let me just count and see how many walls we've been to. Let's do that one. No. Let's do that one. We should be able to see how much we've been to. So that is around 30 walls in that amount of time we talked together. But let's just stop the auto here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the cannon here. And of course it is always going to lag over here. There is no stop, because it fires just after each other, or like almost over each other. So they kind of overlap each other a bit. Okay, so the cannon is very like, I built this just to bolt on the ground. So if you want to like tunnel somebody that has a fuck ton of walls, that's how you do it. I didn't really make it so you can use it up in the air and stuff like that. So this cannon here has, so you can kind of go in under the sand compressor here as well. And you can make a hole right here. It doesn't really matter. I just dropped glass. You can make a hole so you can go through it. But that is kind of a little bit lit. You can just kind of go under shit here, and the redstone is a little bit. I didn't really take much time to compress it, but I feel like this is all right just to release the 20 stacker. I'm not really gonna go into. It's not to like, not because I can't do it, but I just feel like there's not really many of you guys that's gonna need a 20 stacker auto, so I'd rather spend my time on some bigger cannons and test them out. But I tested it out many times, this cannon here, and it works just fine. And it's set it up just like the normal private collection cannons, so you guys should be able to follow along with everything. And that is because a lot of you guys have downloaded my private collection videos, a lot of you guys. And I just feel like I should do something similar to that, because that is what you know. That's my whetstone, you know how to change it and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna touch that. It has quite a big power here, and it should be able to go 20 chunks. The slab boss is right here. Of course, if you want to change a tick or add a repeater, you can do it right there. And that is the only place. All the way around is already whetstoneed up. So all you have to do is simply just add it over here, ticks to the hammer down over here. This slab boss I already talked about is right here, so you can't really add something in front of it. So that means that you can't start adding it out like, let's see here. Oh, So you can't start editing it so the slap boss comes after the hammer, if you can say so. So don't add any text here. So you can't really add so I don't know, a repeater right there and then wire it up. You can't really do that. But all in all, really nice cannon. Not really compressed like most of you guys wanted, but I feel like not really a lot of you guys are gonna need it. But I made this system here so it's easier to schematic in. But it's a 4 block and then a slab, just so it's becoming a little bit easier for you guys. It has a TNT reliner as well, that is right here. So don't worry about shooting east and west, that is all taken care of. The guider right here is only for the sand and slab boss. The hammer has itself right here, and it's nothing like a boost over here boosting it over. It is simply just this, and the scatter is this dispenser right here. Nothing else than that. You can of course add whatever you want to it. You can add a big ass scatter if that is what you want, but I'm gonna leave this like this so you guys have something to do in the cannon if you want to do that. But it is making a decent hole. Like there's nothing wrong with the hole at all. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with the hole. A hole is a hole. It doesn't matter how big it is. And if you're just aiming for something on the ground like places or something like that, I can't really see why you should have a bigger hole than this. So that is just about a little bit about that. And you should be able to go quite fast, and you should be able to go quite far with this cannon as well. And of course, some of you guys want two or like an ammo pack for your sand, so it kind of this right here fires off, and then there's an extra one over here you can just switch to. But I didn't really feel like I'm gonna go into much details with this 20 stacker auto, because not really many of you guys are gonna need it. But let's go over how to water this bad boy. So right here, you water dispensers. You're gonna water that like this. Over here, you're gonna water it right there, like that, and that is the sand compression you just filled in. Now over here, you see that it can water flow out right here. You can either just dig a hole, or you can just let me just patch that in, and you can just put what is it? That is a sponge, or you can add a sponge. And let's just see. I'm pretty sure we can add it right there. And remember that this is no tech. And when you've done that, I don't know if you want to do it in front of it. If there's something down here you might don't want to destroy, you can go ahead and place a sponge. But for now, we don't really need it. So let's just see if that sponge is correctly placed. And it looked like it is perfect. The TNT corrector as well. And right under here, you have to break this and just place one right there. There you go. Or you can just go back and place it actually. Up here, you're going to go ahead and do this. So this is all water cord. And the hammer here, you'll have to go ahead and you'll have to go up. There we go. And do this. Then that is water cord as well. As well as the slap boss, you'll have to go up and just do that. And when you've done that, all you have to do is just do the rest of this, which should be fairly simple. There you go. Maybe we'll just one more here. And then I'm pretty sure it's water cord. Let me just go over the cannon just so we don't accidentally fuck up. Or you can place one right here actually, why not? After that, I'm pretty sure we're just about done. Yeah. Looks like we're just watered everything. Perfect. And now that you've done that, you can go ahead and you can drop the bedrock under your cannon or whatever, and then you can fire this cannon like it was nothing on a faction server. So let's go ahead. I'm not gonna leave the auto on. If you want to leave the auto on, by the way, you just do this. Then the auto is on. I'm gonna give you the schematic why it is off, and right here it is a little bit messy. I know that, but now it should work just fine. Perfect. And I think that is just about it. Remember, you have to use a lot of sand. It goes really fast, so you need a lot of sand for it to work. The wet sand, I didn't really feel like I needed to do the stackers with the pistons here, because it is a 20 stacker, wide 20 you build it at, so you can just build it as high as you want really. So I can't really see why I should do that. If you want to close this off, you don't really have to do this, but I just feel like it's a little bit cool. You can always just fill it in like this, and then maybe under it. It doesn't really matter. It should work like this. And again, I'm sorry about the wetstone here, but other than that, it is working 100%. There's no coming back for this. It is working, and I'm pretty sure it works on Psycho PvP as well as just PvP, Woodcraft, and you name it. But the only bad thing about it is the scatter here, and I didn't really want to add a scatter to it now that I'm trying to use as less TNT as possible, and I think that is just about it. We can cut it down to the sand compression here, but I don't really feel like I want to do that either. So it's just gonna be one piston here that is the scatter, and of course you can add it as you want. You can let me give you a few tips here. You can put one down there. If you want, you can put one up here if that's what you want. There's a lot of possibilities, and you can even add a big scatter here, and then use a booster to boost it in. So there's a lot of possibilities with this cannon here. You guys can take your time to do on the cannon and then test it out, and then you can call it a modified Dexter or whatever you would call it. But there's a little bit of work for you guys. If you want a bigger scatter, you'll have to do it yourself. The slab bars can be added up like this with a little bit different whetstone. I'm pretty sure you can do that by your own. The clock is right here, as we talked about before. You can add delay and you can remove delay. You can't really remove delay. This is the max you can go, because then the boosters go over each other too much, and that's not really gonna work. So this is the fastest you can do. If you do it faster, the next thing that's gonna fuck up is gonna be, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the wet sand. Red sand here is the thing that fucks up, and I'm pretty sure, and I don't really know why the wet sand is fucking up. Like if I remove delay here, it is not the sand that fucks up, it's the red sand right here that fucks up at the wall. But I can't do it faster than this, and I checked it 1,000 times, so it should work just about perfect for you guys. And of course you can make it a full platform. I just kind of cut it down here for the sake of schematic, guys. But I think that's just about it. By the the 20 stacker auto, 3.5 seconds. Which is really cool, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this. Remember to like my video, comment down below for any suggestions, or if you want to call me out for my whetstone or something like that, you can do that in the comments. And as well as remember to subscribe to my channel, guys. It really helps me, and I feel like I want to do more cannons if you guys support me. But I think that's just about it. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.